Welcome back to Channel 3 News. I'm Nathan Jones. Now to our top story. The Apollo 17 space shuttle has just returned after a 5-month trip to the International Space Station, and I'm speaking with the Commander Alan Poindexter. So Alan, how does it feel to be back on Earth?
It feels good to be back on Earth, to see my family and friends again.
Congratulations on the success of your mission. But something that I have always wanted to know is what goes through the astronaut's mind during takeoff.
Takeoff and landings are both very fearful moments of the trip. Astronauts can get launch anxiety because they fear that the mission won't go to plan. Some astronauts can get anxiety because they are very far away from their friends and family for long periods at a time. The kind of job that an astronaut has to do is a high responsibility one. It can be very stressful at times, which can lead to anxiety.
Are there any effects of space travel?
Other effects include insomnia, severe depression and irritation with other people. This can happen because you are in an environment without gravity. These effects usually go away after the astronaut returns to Earth.
Are these short-term or long-term?
There are both long and short-term effects on the body. For the short-term effects, there is space adaptation sickness, which includes nausea, disorientation, headaches, loss of appetite, congestion, puffy face, and bird leg, which is where your face looks very wrinkled. Bird leg is where you get very thin legs. Both of these symptoms happen because when you are on Earth, your blood naturally goes down to your legs with the pull of gravity. Your heart has to pump harder to get the blood to your head. But in space, there is no gravitational pull, but the body behaves the same as on Earth. This is why the head gets more blood, and the legs get less. If you go out into space, your peripheral vision is 5 degrees less than it is on Earth. This is because of different atmospheric air pressures.
And what about the long-term effects?
Thanks to recent research, scientists have made it possible to combat most of the long-term effects. When NASA first sent out astronauts into space, they came back not being able to walk or tell which was up or down. But now scientists have found ways to manage this. There is also the risk of radiation poisoning in space. The radiation levels are high in space because there is no protection from the sun. The Earth has a protection, so that's why we have a much lower level of it on Earth. Some of the problems that the scientists have helped us with include muscles breaking down because of the lack of use. On Earth, there is gravity, so when you move around, you push against it, which keeps your bones healthy. But when you are in space, there is no gravity for you to push against, so your muscles grow weaker. The scientists have made a machine where there would be a bungee cord that is attached somewhere inside the space shuttle. Then the astronaut can pull the cord, and he/she would be using muscles. The next problem that the astronauts faced was osteoporosis. The bones lose density very quickly in space. This happens because the astronaut does not get enough any minerals for the bones to stay healthy. Some minerals that the astronaut loses are calcium, potassium and sodium. Scientists have made to make a machine where a person can stand on a platform. Then, the platform that he/she is standing on is spun around and vibrates. This promotes bone formation. It was tested on a sheep and the bone density was increased by 20%.
That doesn't sound like much fun. What are some things that you enjoy on the space shuttle?
I like to exercise. It's fun, and it is very important.
What kind of exercise do you do?
We have exercise bikes and treadmills inside the spaceship for everyone to use. I also like spacewalks. We of course have to wear our spacesuits for that though.
What is it like wearing a spacesuit?
Wearing a spacesuit is very exhausting. It is crucial that the spacesuit fits properly. If it doesn't, that can lead to serious injuries. One problem would be if the glove has a crotch that is too long. If this happened, it would be like having a knife pushing in between your fingers.
What happens if you go into space without a spacesuit on?
If you went into space without a spacesuit on, then all of the oxygen in your blood would be sucked out and the blood would reach your brain. The last thing that you would feel would be all of the saliva burning off your tongue.
Why does the saliva burn off your tongue?
The saliva burns off your tongue because saliva does not exist in that pressure level. So the saliva ends up boiling off to a gas.
Wow! Is there any other worse way to die than that? Well, thank you very much for coming in and good luck with your next mission.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Pleasure. Bye. Thank you for watching Channel 3 News. Have a good night.